Welcome to Chiemsee, Bavaria's largest lake just southeast of Munich. Known as the Bavarian Sea, this stunning destination is home to two must-visit islands. Herrenchiemsee, with its majestic palace built by King Ludwig II, and Fraueninsel, a charming island with a century-old monastery and a picturesque fishing village. Join me as we explore the beauty, history and hidden gems of Chiemsee. Lake Chiemsee is located in the southeast of Munich and can be reached by train or car in an hour. The ferry pier is in Prien. If you come by train, you have to change the train once in Prien, but you can change it to the wonderful Chiemsee-Bahn. It is pulled by an old steam locomotive. Unfortunately, I was there by car and didn't see the steam locomotive. But this is what it looks like. From the pier in Prien you can cross over to one of the islands. A round trip to Fraueninsel and Herreninsel costs 13 euro. There's also a combined ticket with the Chiemsee-Bahn, which then costs 16,30 euro. Of course, there are also discounts and group prices. You'll find the link to the provider with all the prices in the description. My first stop was Fraueninsel. It takes its name from the women's monastery that Duke Tassilo III founded here in 782. With a few small interruptions, it is still an active convent today. Today, around 200 inhabitants live on the car-free island. You can walk around the small island in just 20 minutes. If you like fish, you should definitely eat some smoked fish from the Chiemsee fishermen here. The Carolingian gatehouse dating back to 850 is definitely worth a visit. Opposite is the monastery church. It dates from the 11th century and the freestanding bell tower from the 12th century. Altars from the Baroque period can be found under the Gothic walls. There's a grave in the cemetery that is still a political issue today, the grave of the Jodl family. Alfred Jodl was a war criminal who was sentenced to death in the Nuremberg trials in 1945. His ashes were scattered anonymously in the river Isar. Nevertheless, there was a gravestone for him here until 2019. Today the inscription is covered up and a tree of life stands in front of it. The next stop is Herrenchiemsee. The name gives it away. A monastery once stood here, which was founded around the year 620. Today the monastery no longer exists. At the beginning of the 19th century the monastery was converted into the old palace. The basic law, the Constitution of the young Federal Republic of Germany, was drawn up here in 1948. But Herrenchiemsee is best known for its new palace, King Ludwig II's replica of Versailles. Ludwig II's last palace construction began in 1878. In contrast to Neuschwanstein Castle and Linderhof, Herrenchiemsee was not a glorification of Richard Wagner's romantic ideas, but a homage to French Sun King Louis XIV. For this reason the palace does not borrow anything from Bavaria, but everything is in the French style. And in any case you're wondering, the video recordings are from late fall, so the fountains have already been turned off. In summer, of course, the whole thing looks even more impressive. Only 20 rooms were completed. However, over 70 rooms were planned to be completed and other rooms were only planned in the shell so that the exterior facade could be finished. There was a north and outer wing until 1907, but this was demolished. It can still be seen here in a historical photo. In contrast to Versailles, which housed the French court, Herrenchiemsee Palace was always a single theatre set for exactly one spectator, King Ludwig II. It was also his will to demolish the palace after his death. Today it is a museum instead. Unfortunately, you are not allowed to film on the premises, but fortunately, there are a few historical shots. The envoy staircase is particularly impressive. It is also based on the Versailles model, although the Escalier des Ambassadeurs in Versailles was already demolished in 1752. Herrenchiemsee Palace is therefore not a one-to-one copy of today's Palace of Versailles. This may not be so noticeable in the copy of the world-famous Hall of Mirrors, however, it is 2 meters longer here. Ludwig II only stayed on Herrenchiemsee for 9 days, but during this time he used 40,000 candles to light up the Hall of Mirrors at night so he could walk through it alone. The film version of The Three Musketeers from 2011 also used the hall as a backdrop for Versailles.
During his visit, we will reveal that he arranged a secret rendezvous with the Queen.
May I inquire how your eminence has uncovered this scandalous affair?
By reading Buckingham's letters to the Queen found in her possession.
No more intrigues are spun here today, but there are still 18 other magnificent rooms to admire, like the consultation room with the portrait of Louis XIV or the state bedroom. But I don't have to spoil everything here. Lake Chiemsee is a great day trip from Munich. Those who are not interested in culture will also get their money worth, as you can also enjoy swimming, surfing, sailing, or simply laying lazily in the sun and enjoying the Alpine panorama. And if you want more tips and tricks from Munich and the surrounding area, then it's best to subscribe so you don't miss anything. And perhaps I'll see you in Munich on a tour. Here's my email address for that. Until the next video, Philip.